Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Taurus, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. How does Taurus currently view this relationship? All right, Taurus. We have the Nine of Wands, so the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the World. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Fool, and then we also have the Three of Wands. I feel like Spirit has been trying to push you to let go of something. Something that has been stressing you out, something that has been giving you a lot of, anxiety. I'm also getting that as well. And this could very well be a person, by the way, which I do feel like it more than likely is a person that has been giving you a lot of anxiety. I'm getting a lot of anxiety, worry, concern, and stress. And possibly even drama as well into your life. But I just kind of feel like this person has been bringing a whole lot of bad, more of the story, into your life. Your relationship with this person has been affecting you in a very, very negative way. I'm also getting like an energy of you feeling like very, very drained and very, very depleted. So you could even be dealing with an energy vampire. It's a possibility, but I feel like Spirit has been trying to encourage you to release this entire situation out of your life, whether it be a marriage and a relationship or a situationship, whatever have you. It just kind of looks like you're scared though to walk away from this. Yeah. Kind of looks like you're scared. I'm kind of curious as to why that is. So let me look at the Nine of Swords so that way I have a better understanding of what's going on with you. So let me look at this real quick. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. It has a lot to do with the level of the unknown. What is my life going to look like or consist of without this person in it? Am I going to be okay or am I not going to be okay? Is my life going to be better without this person or is it not going to be better without this person? It has a lot to do with the level of the unknown. If I do walk away from this person, am I going to be single and alone for the rest of my life? The list goes on and on. But that's the only thing that wanted to essentially come out. It's the level of the unknown. It's the whole not knowing. If you do close this chapter out, what's going to end up happening next? Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Why does that even matter? You know what's sticking out to me like a sore thumb, and I don't really even know why it even matters, is the way that this person lives their life. I feel like there's a reason why all this is kind of because I'm like, why does that even matter? I don't understand. This person lives a very routine and simple life. It's like all this person does is, I don't know, go to work, do their 9 to 5, and then just come back home, possibly even to you, for those of you who share a home with this person. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't feel like this person really goes out that much either. I don't understand why that even matters, to be honest. Why are you showing me this? I don't understand. Okay. I want to confirm something with this Three of Cups energy really quickly here, but I keep getting, I don't go out. I don't go out. I don't go out. All I do is go to work. I do my 9 to 5 and I come back home. That's all I do. That's all I do. I don't even hang out with anybody. I keep getting that. And again, I don't really know why that even matters. I'm a little confused. So let me look at the Three of Cups. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. I don't understand why that even matters, but tell me more about the Three of Cups. This person, again, don't really know why this matters, but I guess I'll figure this out as I go. I'm trying to piece the puzzles, the pieces here, to the puzzle, but it kind of looks like this person, they stopped doing a lot of things. I don't know, maybe this person stopped hanging out with their friends. the moment they got with you. Maybe they stopped doing, I don't know, a lot of things, you know, when they got with you. Why does this matter? I don't really know. But then we have the King of Pentacles. I mean, very committed and very devoted to you and their relationship with you. But it's kind of like, especially because they're showing up as a King of Swords to a King of Pentacles, it's as if they're trying to prove something. Because a King of Swords paired with a King of Pentacles, like energy, could imply somebody trying to prove something to someone. Like, this to me kind of feels like an energy of them trying to like prove to you that they're committed to you and devoted to you and loyal to you. Okay, we're slowly, okay. Is that it? Is it? Do you not trust this person or something? Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Do you not trust this human? Because this is kind of leading more towards them trying to prove to you that they're trustworthy, that they're not out here doing whatever it is that you think they're out here doing. And it kind of looks like they've done certain things to like, it kind of looks like this person has done certain things in this dynamic to like put your mind at ease, like not go out, you know, or not go certain places or hang out with certain people or speak to certain people. Like, it has that type of flavor to it. Let's jump back over to you. How does Taurus currently feel? Let me just look at you real quick. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. For me, anyways, as a reader, I tend to look at the Ace of Swords as like a symbol of trust. You did show up as a Queen of Swords in the reverse. So a Queen of Swords in the a Queen of Swords in the reverse could represent somebody who has a very difficult time trusting people. So maybe, okay, your situation is very complicated from the looks of it. So you may not trust this person, you may not, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't trust this person, even though they haven't necessarily given me a reason not to. Type of situation. Okay. How does this person currently feel? Okay, so we do have the King of Wands, we do have the Magician, and then we also have, yeah, they're showing up with this energy of I gotta do this to prove that, and I gotta, you know, it has that type of flavor to it. It's like this person has been trying to like prove in some way, shape, and or form to you that they're serious about you, that they're not here to play games. They're not here to waste their time. They're not here to waste your time. They're dead serious about manifesting and creating a life with you into fruition, things of that nature. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. They don't, yeah, it's like this person has been trying to prove to you that they, you know, don't see anybody else but you. They don't want anyone else, you know, but you. They're not interested in anybody else but you. Like, okay. All right. Now I feel like I'm starting to kind of piece the, okay. Okay. Because at first I was like, what the fuck is going on here? All right. What actions? All right. Let's get into it. Ooh. Okay. We got the Four of Pentacles, we got the Three of Pentacles, we got the Devil, and then we also have the Hierophant. Okay. Yeah. So, with the Three of Pentacles to the Hierophant coming out here, don't get me wrong, I feel like you really do want this dynamic here between the two of you to work, right? You want it to work out. You want it to last a test of times. You know, I am definitely getting that, but deep down inside, you just kind of feel like something ain't right. Did Temperance come out? I don't believe I saw Temperance, now that I think about it. Okay, what actions? So So they showed up as the King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Swords. I did see the King of Pentacles, which would make them an Emperor. So that's telling me that this person, like, when it comes down to you, they really are giving it all that they got, is kind of what I'm gathering. And it's stemming from a place of them not wanting to lose you. It's stemming from a place of them having a lot of emotions for you. It's stemming from a place of them just simply not wanting to be without you. Yeah. Okay. Let's rewind real quick. Let's look at the world, because you are being encouraged. We didn't get Temperance out here, so and there's that. Tell me more about the world. The reason why I'm mentioning Temperance is because we have the Devil out here, and Temperance does trump the Devil every single time, because you have a lot of worries and concerns, right? When it comes down to this person, there's just something about this person that, you know, rubs you the wrong way. It just kind of looks like you're having a hard time figuring out, like, damn, what the hell is it about this person, man? Like, I don't know. There's just something about this person that I don't fucking trust, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, even though this person has never given me a reason to doubt them, there's just something up. Like, I feel it in my soul. I feel it in my bones, right? Temperance never came out. So basically, if Temperance would have came out, then that would have basically insinuating that you're tripping, right? You're tripping, you're just kind of going, you're just having a moment, right? In other words, you're just having a moment, you're just overthinking it, but Temperance never came out. So something clearly isn't right here. And on top of that, because you're being encouraged to walk away from this, is kind of insinuating something's really not right here. And I'm trying to figure out what it is, but tell me more about the world. Okay. Okay. Before I open my mouth, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. 1 second. Hold on. I'm overthinking it now myself. Tell me more about the Devil. Tell me more about the Devil. Okay. Tell me more about the Devil. Okay. Yeah, so this is just kind of confirming what I was kind of... Taurus... Believe it or not, okay. I think that, I do think that this does have a lot to do with you and very little to do with this person, but let me explain, okay? You're showing up with two very conflicting energies, okay? So, like, how do I explain this? Like, there's, like, that part of you that wants this person, right? In your relationship with this person, you know, in your life, but then there's also that part of you that doesn't really want this dynamic here, you know, in your life, okay? So you're kind of harnessing, like, the best way that I can describe you as an individual would be the Empress to the Queen of Wands, because you kind of strike me as, like, that type of person that harnesses Queen of Wands / Empress like energy. So anyways, I say all that to say this. There's 50% of you that wants to settle down and be in a relationship, and then there's that other 50% of you that really doesn't, for whatever reason you may have, right? And it kind of looks like, because you kind of have 1 foot in, 1 foot out when it comes down to this, you know, situation that you find yourself in, it's creating a lot of inner conflict within you. It's causing you to feel like you're in a situation that you kind of don't really want to be in. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, okay? You may not really want this as much as you actually think you do, is kind of what I'm getting. And this is kind of confirming that, you know, because at first I was just like, when I saw the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles on the reverse of the Four of Cups, I'm like, let me double check, you know what I mean? You may not want this entire situation as much as you think you do. And that's okay. Sometimes that happens, but it appears to me that that's what's happening. Like, you don't feel the way that you feel, you know, because of this, you know, individual. As far as, like, you not trusting this person is concerned, And like, I'm just being honest with you, okay? I'm just going based off of what it is that I'm seeing here. And you may not be consciously aware that you're doing this, so keep that in mind. This whole you not trusting this person is kind of making me feel like you went as far as to try to look for something. How do I explain this? It's kind of like looking for something to end the marriage and a relationship. Because the reality of the situation is that you may not want this as much as you think you do. So if you could just find something, you know if you could just find something on this person, like, let's just say that you end up finding out this person's cheating on you or entertaining somebody else, like, that would be enough for you to get up and walk away from this relationship. It's like you're finding a reason to actually leave. I just don't think that you're consciously aware that you're doing this. Like, a lot of you are kind of like telling yourselves, like, no, it's just because I don't trust them. It's because I don't trust them. You are unknowingly looking for a reason to leave the marriage and a relationship. Unknowingly. I feel like the vast majority of you are doing it unknowingly. I don't think that you want this as much as you think you do. For whatever reason, you don't want this relationship as much as you think you do, because it's here. You know what I mean? And you guys are showing up, harnessing a lot of masculine energy. So you tend to lean more towards your masculine side in this marriage and a relationship. So that means that you guys tend to get into a lot of fights and a lot of arguments, but that's what's basically happening here. The part that causes you to want this relationship, let me explain. They do have a lot of things that you truly want and desire, right? Within a person. They definitely do. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's one of those things where it's like perfect person, but the timing is just, not right. Maybe when you met this person, or like before you met this person, right? Maybe you wanted to, like, I don't know, travel the world. You know what I mean? Just travel the world and live your best life and be single for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then once you feel like you've accomplished and achieved everything you wanted to accomplish and achieve, and you experience, the things you wanted to experience, then, it kind of looks like you wanted to turn around and settle down. And it kind of looks like before you got to live your life the way that you wanted to live it, or whatever the case may be, this person ended up showing up. And how can you say no to such an amazing opportunity like this, with somebody who possesses a lot that you're looking for within a person? Kind of hard to say no, right? So it kind of looks like you turned around and decided, to jump on board, So it kind of looks like that's kind of what's happening here. That's kind of what's happening. You're experiencing inner conflict. It's like there's a part of you that just wants to be single and free and experience life and accomplish and achieve the things that you want to accomplish and achieve, without being tied down to a person. But then there's that other part of you that's like, but I want to be with them because they fit what I'm looking for, and, things like that. So you're experiencing inner conflict, and this whole, like, I don't trust them. I feel like that has more to do with you and very little to do with them. I feel like, and I don't even know how you kind of got yourself to this point, to be completely honest. That's kind of the part that I just personally, I don't know. But I don't know how you got yourself to this point as far as convincing yourself that this person's not trustworthy, because the fact that this you're a Taurus, and you are an earth sign, but you guys are very logical, like, people. You guys are very cerebral people. So I don't know what it is that you told yourself to get yourself to this point of I don't trust them, but it's evident to me that they never gave you a reason to not trust them. And you guys are not like that. Like, a person will have to give you a reason to not trust them. A person will have to give you a reason to actually think they're out here entertaining chicken head number 1 and chicken head number 2. It kind of looks like you didn't go through that with this person, but you still find yourself thinking that that's probably what they're out here doing. But unknowingly, it has a lot to do with the fact that you're trying to look for a reason to leave the marriage and a relationship. So it has nothing to really do with this person. I just don't think that you want this as much as you... God, it's not that... God, let me say this right. I think that you do want this person. I just kind of feel like if this was Burger King having your way, you would have preferred to have met this person after you accomplished and achieved your goals, after you experienced life, after, you did what you wanted to do. before settling down. Like, it has that type of feel to it. You know what I mean? It has that type of feel to it. Because when it comes down to what you could be doing, right? Like, turning that passion of yours into a business, traveling the world, experiencing life. Like, when you think about what you could be doing, I feel like it causes you to develop some like resentment, towards this person, because there's times where I do kind of see you thinking like, damn, man, like, if I didn't settle down, I could be traveling the world right now. I could have had my business by now. I could have had this by now. I could have had that by now. And you're being pulled in two different directions. You see what I mean? You're experiencing that inner conflict. So I hope that this makes sense. I wish that I can tell you what caused you to kind of like look at this person the way that you're looking at them, because I don't know how you talked yourself up to this point of, I don't trust them. I don't know what it is. I just don't trust them. To me, this kind of feels like, and I don't even think you're consciously aware of it, but this to me just kind of feels like a part of you wants to be here and a part of you doesn't. And because you know that to be very, very true, maybe this is what happened. Deep down inside that a part of you wants this and a part of you does not want this. Let's just keep it above 50 around here, right? And I think that maybe what happened on your end was you started to find yourself feeling like, well, shit, if a part of me wants this and a part of me really doesn't want to be in this marriage and a relationship, maybe it's the same for them. Maybe they feel the exact same way I feel. Maybe they don't really want this marriage like they say they do, because I have told them that I love them, I want to be with them, but there's a big part of me that doesn't really want to be married to them or in a relationship with them. So maybe that's how they feel about me. Like, maybe they don't really want to be with me like they say they do. Maybe they rather be out here doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And it's primarily because and when we say X, Y, and Z, or when I say X, Y, and Z, because it kind of looks like with you, it's like, it has more to do with starting a business, getting a degree, traveling the world, and, all these things. So it's like, I think that that's kind of what's going on here, is that because in your head, in your mind, that a part of you doesn't really want this, or at least not right now anyways, because you'd rather be traveling the world, you'd rather be doing this, you'd rather be doing that than being married to this one or in a relationship with this one or cooped up with this one. I think that you think that it's the same thing on their end. I think that that's probably what happened. And maybe that's what caused you to develop these trust issues. Like, well, shit, if it's like a guilty conscience, basically is what it is. Like, because a part of you doesn't really want to be in this marriage or in this relationship or cooped up with this one over here, in your head you're thinking it's probably the same. They probably want to be out here doing X, Y, and Z instead of being cooped up with me or married to me or in a relationship with me, when in all actuality that's not how this works. You know what I mean? Like, just because you feel the way that you feel doesn't necessarily mean the next person does, feel the exact same way that you feel. They're all in when it comes down to you. But when we look at you, Taurus, you do have one foot in and one foot out. You're not all in like they are. Feel me? So that it kind of looks like that's what caused you to develop these trust issues, if you will, towards this person, is because you know in your head, in your brain, that a part of you don't really want this like that. You know that you rather be out here traveling the world, starting that business, doing this and doing that. And you know that that's the case, and it has you convinced like, shit, if I think this way, it's probably the same thing on their end, but it's not. That's the thing. It's not. So hopefully this puts things into perspective for you and gives you like a much better understanding of what's going on. Okay. Hopefully. Now, as far as you being encouraged to walk away from this, okay, I believe that it does have a lot to do. It has a lot to do with how this is negatively affecting you. At the end of the day, by you having one foot in, one foot out, it's just not healthy, for you to remain in this state of like indecisiveness, okay? And then because you have convinced yourself into thinking this person may not be trustworthy, we already established why you look at this person that way, and you may not be consciously aware of it, but that's kind of what's going on your end. That's also not healthy for you, you know, because with the Nine of Swords coming out here to the Nine of Wands, I mean, this is not necessarily a good sign. Nine of Swords represents somebody who's under a massive, a massive state of stress, right? And it's affecting you, you know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and possibly even physically. So none of this is good for you. Okay, none of this is good for you is kind of what I'm gathering. So when it comes down to like you looking at this person, this relationship, like this person and a relationship is not good for me, I wouldn't go as far as to say the person's not good for you or the relationship is not good for you. I just kind of feel like, I'm gonna keep it $150 around here, what you're doing, right, is not good for you. Like what you're doing as far as signing yourself up for something that you want but you don't really want right now, that's not good for you. As far as you putting yourself in a very, very indecisive predicament for a long period of time, that's not good for you. You know what I mean? As far as you talking yourself into thinking and believing that this person's untrustworthy, that's not really, really good for you. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and say that this person's a bad person because I don't believe that they are. I'm not going to sit here and say that this person doesn't love you because I do believe that they do. I'm not going to sit here and say this person's not serious about you because it does appear to me that they are. I'm going to go based off of what I'm saying here. They seem like a really good guy or a really good girl. So I'm not going to say that they're a bad person. I understand why you would think that they're a bad person because you already convinced yourself into thinking that this person's untrustworthy, but we've already kind of discovered why you even look at them like they are untrustworthy. So I feel like the primary reason why Temperance didn't come out has a lot to do with the fact that, yes, it's true that this entire situation you find yourself in is not good for you. And if you continue to be in this indecisive place, if you continue to have one foot in, one foot out, if you continue to think that they are the bad guy, this is going to continue to affect you in a negative way. So I feel like that's kind of why Temperance didn't come out. Because when it comes down to like your worries and concerns, I mean, technically you should be worried and concerned, you know, as far as like your mental health is concerned. You should be worried and concerned because this is taking a toll on you mentally speaking and emotionally speaking and possibly even physically speaking because of the amount of stress that you're under. So yeah, I mean, you should be worried and concerned. It's not the person that's bad. It's not the relationship that's bad. It's you signed yourself up to be in something that you don't even really like. You want, but you don't want right now is what it is. You don't want it right now. That's the thing. You don't want it right now. Maybe like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, sure. You know what I mean? But right this second, you don't really want this. Like, because there's so many other things that you'd rather do. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. But are they, you know, a cheater or anything crazy? Like, no, I'm not getting that. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit coming from this person. So it just kind of looks like you got to be honest with yourself. Like, you just got to be honest. You just have to be honest with yourself. Because I do feel like you want this. I just don't feel like you want this right now. Maybe 5 to 10 years from now, sure. But right this second, no. You don't. And I feel like what kind of has you holding on has a lot to do with the fear of the unknown. What has you essentially holding on is, well, what if I don't find someone like this? Again, 5 years from now, you know, or 10 years from now. You know what I mean? So that's like a whole nother like bag of burritos, you know, bag of burritos. I don't even think that that's a thing. That's like opening up a whole nother can of worms is basically what I should have said. You know that the coffee's wearing off. Okay. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully it puts things into perspective for you and gives you the clarity that you were looking for, hopefully. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys here.